Welcome to another match preview on the Sheffield United way as we look ahead to a tough away fixture, potentially at Sunderland's Stadium of Light, an 8 p.m. kickoff on New Year's Day or New Year's night.
Ale, ale, ale. Ale, ale, ale. Ale, ale, ale.
We will know by the time we kick off against the Black Cats how the other teams in the division have got on. Sometimes that helps, sometimes that hinders. Leeds host Blackburn Rovers. Burnley have a home match against Stoke City. Stoke, of course, beat Sunderland 1-0 in their last game. It is frenetic at this time of the season. Our last game was a draw with West Bromwich Albion. I did a full match reaction to that on this channel. Check it out for the detail. For shorthand, it was a fair result, I thought. Brewster hit a shot that went out for a throw-in. Malumbi can't be booked, and Gus Harmer is a lucky lad. Now, before we get to team news, let me thank our video sponsors for this video today, Panenka Bar and Grill. Panenka is a premium bar set over 2 floors with 2 bars, separate restaurant space, and luxury VIP boxes, which you can hire. Get a private hire with your friends or family. Panenka truly is Sheffield's ultimate social experience. Tell them Sheffield United Way sent you. Panenka is also our designated pre- and post-match bar of choice. You might have seen the lads in there after the West Brom game. All the live matches that are on TV are on there. It is the perfect place to meet friends before making the short walk for home games to beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. You will find Panenka at the entrance to New Era Square, so not far from Bramall Lane at all. Now let's talk Blade's predicted lineup. I think we can all know in goal, Michael Cooper. Bar an injury, it's going to be Michael Cooper, or bar suspension. Gilchrist at right back, Anel, Jack Robinson and Harrison Burrows. I would imagine that is going to be the back four for the foreseeable. Then what about the midfield? This is where it gets a little bit more difficult because the games are coming so thick and fast. You do wonder about fitness levels. I speculated that 𝗍𝗍𝗲 would not play a couple of games ago. He'd be left out because he's been out for so long that fitness might be an issue. He wasn't at the races, in my opinion, against West Brom. But does he continue? Just because we are so short-staffed in midfield, it might have to be almost the exact same lineup. Peck, Davies, Brooks, O'Hare, Harmer, and Moore. I don't know. Does Brewster warrant a start? I mean, fitness-wise, he'll probably be in a better shape than 𝗤𝗄𝗎 Moore. Maybe you play him in the 10 again. Harmer looks very tired. It's really difficult. And then do you throw in some of the youngsters? Does RND get a game? You know, what about McCallum? Maybe you actually put him on the left-hand side of midfield and actually rather than have inverted wingers, you can change things around that way. I don't know what Chris Wilder will go with, but let me know your thoughts. I'd be really interested. Now, to run the rule over the opposition, here's founded in 1879.
Season's greetings, lads. You find us coming off the back of a frustrating 1-0 defeat against Stoke City this afternoon. Our form isn't too bad though. Over the last 12 games, we've drawn 7, won 3 and lost just 2. I've seen a stat this afternoon, which is of note, and it says that of the 21 goals we've conceded thus far this season, 9 of those have come after the 83rd minute. So that's potentially something to watch out for. There may be some correlation there with the fact that 𝗍𝗍𝗲 𝗵𝗶, our head coach, tends to make few substitutions. And arguably that also speaks to where our squad is in terms of depth at the minute. We're missing multiple first-team players to injury. Young Chris Rigg won't feature. He's missing for the next few games. And that breaks up our established midfield 3 of Dan Neil, Job Bellingham, and Rigg alongside them. With an average age of just 19, they've been a really effective championship unit this season. We're also missing long-term Niall Huggins, Jensen Seelt, and Alan Brown, Romain Mundell, Tommy Watson, and Dan Ballard are also missing. Salas Abdul Samad won't feature. He's yet to kick a ball for us this season. He's on loan from RC Lens, but has Champions League experience. So players with the potential to really impact games aren't available for selection, and that's a real source of frustration at the moment. I think in terms of the underlying data, it shows that we're probably where we deserve to be. We're 4th for goals scored per game. We're 6th for goals conceded, 5th for clean sheets, 6th for shots on goal per game, and we dropped down to 12th for possession, where arguably we've probably picked up more points and been our most effective when we've had less of the ball. In terms of the starting 11, I think it'll be Patterson in goal, 𝗤𝗍𝗻 at right back, Mpemon or 9 as centre backs, with Dennis Cirkin left back, Mayenda out on the left wing, who we will be playing out of position, Patrick Roberts on the right wing, coming back having been rested against Stoke, Dan Neil, Jobe Bellingham ahead of him, and Aaron Connolly or 𝗍𝗫𝗐 as the 10, with Wilson Isidore up front on his own. In terms of result, I think it's, my heart says a draw. My head says, in all likelihood, you guys might nick it, unfortunately, and I'm going to go a 2-1 defeat at home, unfortunately. All the best for 2025, though, apart from New Year's Day.
The referee for Sunderland versus Sheffield United is Matthew Donoghue from Greater Manchester. He's taken charge of just 14 matches this season, given 52 yellow cards, which is slightly on the high side. He's given 4 reds, which also in 14 matches is on the high side, although one of them was a second yellow. And he's only given 1 penalty. He has refereed us twice already this season. Portsmouth away, that 0-0 draw, and our win at Millwall. In fact, when it comes to results as him refereeing our games, it's worked out pretty well. He's taken charge of 10 Blades games before. We've actually won 7 of them. For Sunderland, he's refereed 8, and they've won 5 and lost 3. Now, player connections, this is players that have played for both Sunderland and Sheffield United. There's quite a few that we could throw out here. I'd love to know yours. That may be the first one that comes to your mind. And when we come to player connections, it's always brought to you by our friends 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗵. 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗵 is a virtual band. Many of their members are Blade supporters, so we want to support them. Check out 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗵.com. Their latest album is called Tall Tales of 10 Girls. You can also listen to it by going to Spotify. Martin Smith. I'm going to start with Martin Smith. We actually have an interview with the 𝗍𝗷𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗵 on this very channel. Really nice guy. His goal-scoring record at Sheffield United was outstanding, and I feel like some Sunderland fans never thought that he would end up with the career he did because he burst onto the scene at Sunderland, but under Peter Reid, he never got quite the game time he would have hoped for. John Stead, what a guy, played 39 times for the Blades, scoring 8 league goals, many of those in the Premier League we thought would be crucial, but ended up not being so. By the way, very brave goal, his last goal in the Premier League for us against Wigan. Before that was at Sunderland between 2005 and 2007. Not a great time for the Mackems, getting 2 goals in 35 games. Not a good return. Nyron Nosworthy, 2005 to 2012, he was at Sunderland, and we endured 2 loan spells with him in 2010 and 2011, where he played in total 51 times for United. But you think we had it bad? Sunderland fans had to watch him 125 times. We're in this together. Simon Moore, another we have chatted with on this channel, also really nice guy, well worth seeking out that video or audio podcast with Simon Moore. He's currently a Mackem. He's played 5 times for them. He made 70 appearances for the Red and White Wizards, and of course was part of the 100 Club. Who else can you think of? Let me know in the comments. And finally, as we always do with our match previews, we come to our score predictions. If you'd like your score prediction shared on here and to receive a whole host of other benefits like getting videos before anyone else, as well as join us on our group chat on match days, they are electric. Head to patreon.com/SheffUnitedWay. I want to say Patreon. I do. I want to say it like that. But I'm saying Patreon because that's what everyone says. And it really helps us as well to continue to do what we do. We've got loads of fun videos planned for 2025. You're definitely going to want to watch this space. So, Patreons, what do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. James says a 1-0 defeat. Ooh, where's that coming from? Ray is going 1-1, so is Ewan. To be honest, I would take that before the game, although I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic than some. Jono says a loss. The team looks really tired. He actually used another word, but I've cleaned it up because it's a family channel. 2-0 defeat away. Reinforcements needed. Reinforcements are needed. They won't be in time for this game. Ant predicts a 2-0 defeat. Why, Ant? What, just too many games and too few players against an energetic team like Sunderland? Yeah, I think I've just convinced myself there. They did look, I mean, when we saw them at the lane, they had some, particularly on the wings, some real pace, some threats out wide. I think we'll win, though. I think we'll win 2-1. I mean, we've done it before. Whereas Ollie thinks we'll lose 2-1. Who's going to be right? Hopefully me. What do you think, Blades fans? What do you think, Sunderland fans? I'm sure there'll be some Sunderland persuasions watching this or listening to this. Let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching or listening to this match preview. And as ever, up the Blades.